Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Raj, your HR pal. A quick intro about me. I come with 2 decades of experience in the field of HR, served with top IT majors. In today's video, let's talk on how freshers can prepare for assessments and interviews. And if you are a fresher, then this video is exclusively for you, which will help you understand the important aspects of assessments and interviews, the preparations that you got to do before you land there. Firstly, let's talk about assessments. Assessments are great ways for companies to measure a candidate's skills and abilities. Right? Before I share you some tips on how you can prepare for these assessments, let's understand what are the different types of assessments. While this list might not be exhaustive, but I've tried to give some of the most common type of assessments. Right? The very first, aptitude, and it's also interchangeably called as cognitive assessment. Right? These tests measure a candidate's cognitive abilities. When I say cognitive abilities, the numerical, verbal and logical reasoning skills. They're often used to assess candidates' potential to learn and to solve problems. The second is the psychometric test. Now these tests measures a candidate's personality traits such as their motivation, their emotional intelligence and the work style. Right? They are often used to assess candidates' fitment for the role and the company's culture. The third type of assessment is the technical test. I think most of you would be privy to. These tests assess a candidate's technical skills such as coding, programming or software development. They are often used to assess a candidate's practical skills and abilities. I mean, there are a lot of coding platforms available. It could be HackerRank, Metal, Codility, so on and so forth. Right? So we'll talk about it more detailed at a later part of this video. The fourth type of assessment is the situational judgment tests. Now these tests present candidates with real life scenarios and ask them to make decisions based on the information given. Right? I mean, they are often used to assess candidates' problem solving and decision making abilities. And the fifth, case studies. Right? I mean, we might have seen such scenarios in management background hirings, right? So these tests require candidates to analyze and solve business problems or scenarios, right? I mean, they are often used to assess candidates' analytical and strategic thinking abilities. The sixth, group exercises or group discussions. Now these assessments involve a group of candidates working together on a project or task. They're often used to assess a candidate's communication, teamwork and leadership skills. Right? It's important to note that different companies may use different types of assessments or even a combination of different types, and hence it's important and it's a good idea to research about the company and the role that you are applying for to understand what type of assessments may be required for you to undertake. Additionally, preparations and practice can help you perform your best in any type of assessment. Right? Now that we have seen the different types of assessments, let me give you some tips on how you can prepare for the assessments better. Right? First, it's important to understand the assessment format. Right? So make sure you understand the format of the assessment, including the time limit, the type of questions that will be asked, so that it will help you manage your time effectively and to prepare accordingly. The second, practice with sample assessments. Try to find sample assessments online and there are plenty of it available. Practice them to get familiar with the types of questions that will be asked. This will help you to identify your strengths and weaknesses and to focus on improving your weaker areas. Right? The third, brush up on your skills. Assessments are designed to test your skills and abilities. So make sure you brush up on the relevant skills for the job that you are applying for. Right? So for example, if you are applying for the software engineering role, make sure that you are up to date with the latest programming languages and frameworks. Right, so here are some of the trending programming languages. One, Python. I think no surprise. Python has been one of the most popular programming languages for several years now. Right, I mean, it is versatile. It can be used for various applications, including web development, data analysis, AI, ML, whatnot, right? So I mean, no wonder why it's so very popular. The second can be JavaScript. Java, TypeScript, Kotlin, Go, Rust, C, C++, the legacy ones, right? Any programming language. It's important that you stick on to one programming language and get the best out of it. It's important to note that programming language trends can change rapidly, and different languages may be more popular for different application or industries. It's important and a good idea to keep up with the latest trends and to learn multiple languages to be more versatile and marketable in the job market. Fourth, and the most important, stay calm and focused, right? So try to stay calm and focused during the assessment. Don't get bogged down by difficult questions or panic if you run out of time, right? Take a deep breath, read the questions carefully and do your best. Now let's move on to the interview preparation, right? So interviews are an opportunity for you to showcase your skills, experience and personality, right? So here are some tips on how you can prepare for interviews. First, research the company, right? I think that's something very, very important. Research the company that you are applying to and try to understand their culture, values and goals, right? I mean, this will help you to demonstrate how you can fit into the company's culture, right? Second, prepare your responses, right? Often I hear from people saying there are commonly interview questions. Prepare your responses, right? All of us know, there are some commonly asked questions, and I keep hearing, many of you asking me as to what could be an effective way to answer to such questions, right? The first of such could be, tell me about yourself. What are your strengths and weaknesses, right? I mean, it's important that you practice your responses. It can be with a friend or a family member, or record yourself to improve your delivery. Tell me about yourself is often one of the first questions asked in an interview, right? And it's a very great opportunity to make the positive first impression, right? Here's my view on how it can be answered effectively, right? A great response for tell me about yourself in a job interview should be brief summary of your professional background, achievements and goals, right? Let me give you an example, right? I mean, let's say I am a fresher appearing for an interview. I am asked to tell me about myself, right? So this is how my response would be. I am a recent graduate with a degree in computer science. During my studies, I had the opportunity to work on several projects that involved software development and data analysis. I also completed an internship where I gained experience working on a team and collaborating with others to achieve project goals. In my free time, I enjoy coding and exploring new technologies. My long-term career goal is to become a software engineer and contribute to the development of innovative and impactful software solutions, right? So I keep it brief. I talk about my degree. I talk about the academic project. I talk about any experience opportunity that I had. It could be internship. I talk about my hobby, which is again connected straight to my professional goals, and I talk about my long-term goal, right? If it was for an experienced professional, right? So I would say start with a brief introduction, right? I mean, begin by introducing yourself with your name, your current or the most recent position that you held, right? Highlight your relevant experience. Focus on your most relevant experience that's applicable to the job that you are applying for, right? Highlight your achievements, successes in the previous roles, and mention any specific skills that you developed over the time, right? So explain why you are interested in the job, right? So demonstrate your passion and enthusiasm for the job by explaining why you are interested in the position and the company. Mention your personal strengths. That's important, right? End your answer by highlighting some of your personal strengths that make you a good fit for the job, right? For example, you can mention your ability to work well in the team, your attention to detail, or your problem solving skills. It's important to keep your responses concise and focused to your professional background and goals, right? Rather than covering more towards your personal details or unrelated hobbies. This will give the interviewer a good understanding of your qualification and suitability for the role. Third, Dress appropriately, right? I mean, dress professionally for the interview. I mean, it's in-person interview or virtual interview. Let's ensure that we dress professionally for the interview, because it'll help you feel confident and to make a good first impression, right? Fourth, practice good communication skills. Now, speak clearly, listen actively, and maintain a good eye contact. Practice your communication skills with a friend or family member or in front of a mirror, right? Now, while we keep talking about good communication skills, let's note that for a fresher, it's very important to have a good and effective communication skills. Now, what are the key aspects of a good communication skills? First, clarity. What is it? The ability to express your thoughts and ideas clearly, using a proper grammar, vocabulary, and avoiding any sort of ambiguity. Second, listening. Active listening involves paying attention to what others are saying, understanding their perspectives, and responding appropriately. Empathy. Quite a few times this is ignored, right? So empathy is the ability to understand and appreciate the emotions and feelings of others, and responding with sensitivity and tact. Non-verbal communication. I think this is very important. The body language, the facial expressions that you give during the interview, the tone of voice, all play a vital role in effective communication. Confidence, right? I think all of us will acknowledge being confident in expressing oneself while also being open to feedback and criticism is important. Good communication skills are essential in almost every aspect of life, including personal relationships, academic pursuits, and professional endeavors. In the workplace, good communication skills are critical for effective collaboration, teamwork, leadership, and customer service, based on the role that you decide, right? So employers often look for candidates with strong communication skills, as they are key to building strong relationship with colleagues, clients, and stakeholders. Fifth, preparation for an interview. Bring relevant documents such as your resume, your portfolios, references for the interview, any documents that have been asked for you to show, any documents that can demonstrate your skills and experiences. Sixth, follow up after the interview. Follow up with the interviewer after the interview to thank them for their time and to express your interest in the job, right? And here's an important segment of the video, right? So these are the commonly made mistakes by freshers in a job interview. First one, lack of preparation. I mean, that is why this video is all about, right? How you prepare for the assessment, for the interview. One of the most common mistakes made by freshers is not preparing enough for the interview. This can include not researching about the company, not knowing what the job requirement is, or not knowing what the industry itself is. Okay? The second, inadequate knowledge about the company. One other common mistake is not having enough knowledge about the company, its products, or the services that the company deals with, right? So this can make it difficult to answer questions about why you are interested in the company or how you could contribute to its success. Note, this is one other important question that gets frequently asked in the interview, right? As to why you are interested in the company and how you can contribute to company success. Third, poor communication skills. As I said earlier, communication skills are essential in a job interview, and poor communication skills can hurt your chances of being hired. Common mistakes includes speaking too quickly, not listening carefully, or not being able to articulate your thoughts clearly. Fourth, lack of confidence. Lack of confidence can also be a common mistake made by freshers. This can come across as nervousness, hesitation, or uncertainty, which can make the interviewer question your ability to handle the job responsibilities. Not asking questions, very important, right? I think at the end of every interview, the interviewer gives that opportunity for the interviewee to ask if there are any questions. Not asking questions about the company or the role can be a missed opportunity to show your interest and enthusiasm for the role. It can also prevent you from gaining important information about the company and the job responsibilities. Sixth, I think we have covered this earlier, but this is one of the commonly made mistake: inappropriate attire. Wearing inappropriate attire can also be a mistake. It's always better to err on the side of being too formal than too casual, right? By being aware of these commonly made mistakes and taking steps to avoid them, freshers can increase their chances of performing well in a job interview and landing a job. Alright, so in conclusion, preparation is the key for both assessment and interviews, right? So by following these tips, you can improve your chances of success in the hiring process. Good luck with your assessment and interviews. If you like this video and if you feel it helped you, right, please share it with your friends who are looking for similar tips, and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting videos, and press the bell icon so that you get notified when I upload any new videos. Thank you so much for watching. All the best. Thank you.